Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Jody Lewis Creations. In today's video, we are working on day 6 for Creep on June. And what we are doing today is a bouncing of ideas with Tracy this morning because I was like, I'm staring at this and drawing a total blank. And so she was like, what about this? And I said, perfect, I'm gonna make it. Thank you. And so she said she was gonna call it a collaboration on her end. So we'll see what she has to say about it. I don't know where we're going exactly. I have this page cut out. I have the tag cut out already. The pocket is cut and inked, and I'm still playing with this piece. I don't really have a clear path yet, but we have an idea. So I have this Tim Holtz die, and I think it's going to be a good size. I have this one, and I really like the florals on it, but I'm wondering if it takes away too much from the green, and it's just, I don't know, it's just not quite right. So I have to dig in my, I'm either going to reprint this page or dig for a green, which I don't really have a whole lot of green in my stuff, I am realizing, as far as like cardstock and stuff. Anyway, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Okay, I think it's going to fit on there well. And I am thinking I do want to reprint this for 2 reasons. Number one, it will give me, or I can put the same design on the back side. No, that's not going to work either. Well, I'm still working that out in my head. It's okay. And then I have this ephemera piece. I love the colors with this. So I was trying to decide if I wanted to make that a tag by itself or a journaling card by itself. It's too big of an image to put on here. So we have to find something else for this. Not a big deal. And today is shadowy, shadowy, yet unbroken is a symbol and a token. How it hangs upon the trees, a mystery of mysteries. So there is an ephemera piece that has things hanging out of the trees, and I really like it. But I think I may have put it on a different page. I can't remember. When I was going through and clipping the images to pages that I thought I liked the sayings together, I think I originally had it with this one, and then I moved it to another day, which I'm not going to flip through the dailies and take it out if I do have it with another day. There would have been a better reason. There would have been a reason for me to take it away from this one and put it on the other one. And I mean, I don't want to print it again and have it twice. Oh my gosh, he's so funny. Ooh, will he work for today? Possibly. Anyway, so I'm going to dig through here and see if I left it in here or not, and just make sure that that is the image that I want to use. Oh my gosh, he's so like sad and sad. He needs a hug. I didn't. There it is. Look. Okay. Ooh, I like that too. I have even less green than I thought I did. I don't have much in any of the darker tones. So I need to be adding that to my stash. I'm trying not to buy paper. I'm trying to use what I have. So I have kind of this color, which is kind of an olive green, but I don't think, oh yeah, see, it ties into this color. This ties into this color. And then I have this old olive that is Stampin' Up paper. My friend shared a few sheets of it with me, and it's a good weight. And that's something I'm taking into account also, is the weight of the paper. See, they all would work. So then I'm like, okay, this one is more thin than these two, but I'll set it aside in case we need it to make something with, like tag base or anything like that. So I think I'm going to use this one. And no, I like them both. So I'm going to cut out the Timmy piece, and then I will be right back. I've been working on this for a very long time. Okay, so I want this image on the front of the pocket, And obviously we have this angle here, and I wanted the angle to match. So what I did was I just kind of held it where I thought I wanted it, or like equal distance here and here, and push it over kind of where I want it, you know? And then I made a line on the back, and then I just folded it there to make sure that's kind of where I want it in the end. And I think it looks pretty good. This is a little wide, but I think if we embellish this, that's not going to be a big deal. So I've inked around the edges, and still not sure exactly what I'm putting in this pocket. But I'm liking it. It's fine, right? It's working itself out. And then I just remembered what Mark and I are going to try to do tomorrow. And I'm like, ugh, I really need to try to get day 7 done as well, if I can today, which means I got to get moving on this piece. So I have on the other piece, I will show you, I got the Timmy piece glued down for the pockets. And I always have to really make myself think about what I'm doing when I glue those, because I've inadvertently glued the pockets shut before. So yeah, it's just like, it's not that big of a deal. And most people probably wouldn't do the goofy things that I do. Now I'm wishing I had a tombstone die. So I had to figure out how to make a tombstone. All right, so I think, so I did my bat with baked texture on him. See? He's all cute. And then we've got, I glued the top down. So we've got a pocket here, 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 and here. Now, once you start getting these pockets stuffed, it's really hard to pull stuff in and out of them, I think. So that's just my opinion. That's all. But I did glue that down. So I've got glue, you know, down here. So this is where you could easily glue this pocket shut if you're just like, oh, that's the back of this card, I need to glue it, but don't think in terms of leaving that open so you can put something in there. Okay, I'm going to proceed. I'm looking at the shapes of these, and I think that we could maybe out of gray cardstock cut a couple of tombstones just kind of freehand. I hope. We'll see. Anybody laughing at me wondering how me cutting a shape was gonna go, considering I can't cut a circle or a straight line? But I got it. I got 2, actually. I did one just kind of that shape, and I got this one with more of a point on it. I may round that off just a little bit, but I kind of like it. So it'll be, you know, on the page like so, and I need to just glue this down so I quit messing with it. It just fits on here, and the design is so cool. I actually picked the right side that it goes on, not on purpose, but the lines match up, which is good job, Tracy. Anyway, so my gravestones are going to be like over here, kind of like this, I think. I don't know if I want to have the big one to the outside. I don't think so. I think I kind of like it there. I'm going to ink them, and I'm going to put like some text on them. And we need some fibers, and I'm really wishing I had some moss, because this would be another good one to have the moss on, you know? But anyway, so I'm going to ink around these, and I think I'm going to use definitely my black soot. And oh, thank you, Belle, for the trick that you ink heavier on one side to make it like a shadow. I think that was a really great tip that you gave. So I am going to use it. Thank you. Now I just have to make sure I do it the same on both. But anyway, it's getting so late in the day, and I'm like, oh, I'm not far enough along with this make, and I haven't even looked at day 7 because I can't clog the brain up any more than it already is right now. And we've got a chickamunk that needs rehomed outside, so I've got to get my patootie in gear. All right, let's do a little bit of crackle on these. I think that's gonna be fun. Just right along the bottom. That's a little dark, but that's okay. Oh, that's actually really good, because you know why? When headstones sit for so long, this like the sandstone on them, and they sit like that. Let's see, we're going to see this side. They get, like if they get cracked or whatever, and then things start growing in them and all that good fun stuff. So I probably should have second generation stamped that, but it's done now. And I am not cutting new ones. I am not. And then what about some tone on tone? Maybe some Moss Shadow ink and see tone on tone what that does as far as, so, oh yeah, some scripty script on there. Yep. So we'll just pretend this is like, I like it. All right. I don't know why I'm doing that. You're not going to see it. But it's a good color on this gray to do the tone on tone. So I'm glad I thought of that. Okay, so that's going to go on there. Then we've got our big one and our little one. I like it. And this one could kind of even be like it's leaning over. Because if you go in the old cemeteries, a lot of the headstones are leaning over. Okay, there is that. Now I'll get those glued down, but I want to find something. Maybe I'll put some lace or something along the bottom of this. That would be really pretty. I have to get our cards backed, just make sure they fit in there. And oh, I know, I had a note on that, and I really like her. I think I want her in there as well. I think these two go really well together. I love this piece because it's all shadowy and dark, but I think that 2 in this pocket is enough because we still have to do the other side. And then my plan is that this will go on the edge of a page like so. And then this back piece will be a tuck also. Yep. Okay. So I was looking at trims to put on the bottom of this, and I had this piece of lace, and I do really like that. But then I looked in my drawer and I have this scrap, and I thought, oh, the top of this looks kind of like a fence, you know? So if I push that up a little, you know, and have just 3 of these hanging down, I think it looks kind of like a fence on there. And I do think somewhere I actually have a fence die cut. I don't have the die. Somebody sent me a fence. So maybe, do we need some fence too? I don't know. I'm just thinking like maybe a little piece on this side.
Day is finally coming to an end. I have come home.
Okay. Yep. I have this little piece of fence, and I went over it with my Ranger Ultra Thick Embossing Powder, and it's not perfect on purpose. Then after that cooled enough and I could touch it, I used this green mica butter stuff, which is so like if you have the Nouveau Mousse or something, you could do that. I went over that with just gently with my finger, and then I reheated it, so it actually like melted that into the embossing powder. I love it. Okay, so then we're gonna put our fence on here like so, and then we're gonna put our little lower fence in front as the trim, and I think that's just gonna add some interest to this page. I still am wondering if I wanna add something more to our headstones or something. I didn't get any more bats cut yesterday, but I don't know that I want a bat. I do want something though. So I'm not sure yet. I don't think I want a little butterfly, although a little black one would be good. So I don't know. No. Okay. Oh, a word. I mean, if we have a word, maybe we could put there. But let's glue this down. So I hope everybody's doing well. Okay, so if you're following Creep on June, are you making a journal? Are you making a tag booklet? Are you just making ephemera? What are you making? Like, there are so many super cool makes out there right now. Kirsten, I love yours. It's such a neat idea. And I'm excited. I haven't watched, I think day 5 you've got out now, and I haven't watched it yet today. I just have to get done with what I'm doing so I can pay attention and watch it. Hello, that's what I'm saying. let that, I'm gonna weight that down for just a second and let it sit. Word, oh, cemetery, haha, perfect, okay. Where are the words? I had some that I had printed bigger. I had some that I've printed bigger, and so I'd like to use those if I can find them. Well, what I was doing was trying to copy them to make them big enough for the word search, you know, so we could read them better. So that's what I was doing, cemetery. Yeah, anyway, so I'm just curious, like, oh, our tombstone. We could do tombstone or cemetery, either or. We'll just pick whichever one fits and works the best because either is appropriate. Okay. Yes, I love it. Okay, so you're gonna go there. I really like that a lot. Tombstone or cemetery. I think cemetery because it looks like it's a little bit smaller. So I think that'll be the word that we use. And then on my trim, I'm just going to add my 3-in-1 to the very back and hope it doesn't seep through too bad. This is a very holy lace. So it tends to kind of show through once in a while. I try to get it up because this will dry shiny. It's not a matte glue, it's a shiny glue. And so, ooh, yeah. But it'll just be some interest off the bottom of our pocket, and I like it. Is my head in screen? If it is, I apologize. I'm trying to see what I'm doing here. Okay. Oh, and thank you everybody for the feedback on the sound in yesterday's video. So I'm not wearing my mic again today. And oh, there's a poll up on the community tab or the post tab of my YouTube. If you guys could please go over there and answer the question about July. So I had two options. I had like Christmas in July, mermaid in July, or like Christmas in July and mermaid in August. And I think maybe that one's a little redundant. So just answer the top two because I will, the other option is implied if I do Christmas in July. Hello, Jody. Anyway, so that looks, I love it. And just the little nuance of green on the fence kind of gives me a little bit of like mossy lichen vibes, like lichen grows on things. And I love this because we have a black wrought iron fence out front. So I love that a lot. All right. Just cutting out this word and figuring out where I want to put it and cutting it down. I don't want it to be really big, but I just feel like we need something on there. Maybe we don't. Maybe I leave it alone. Okay. That is not a pocket. I keep trying to put, I keep thinking I wanted to leave that as a pocket, but I didn't. And so I'm going to back this so it can be a piece in our make, and maybe it'll just be a tag in our pocket. Maybe. And then I've got to get the witch backed as well. And I actually have this little bit here. So maybe that could be like a pull tab on her piece. I don't know. We shall see. I like it on that. Okay, so I have her where she is going to be a tuck on the front of this piece. And this is one of those printing errors where I printed these double-sided unintentionally. But today it's a happy accident because I actually can use it. I thought I inked around this. Maybe I didn't. Anyway, and I have folded this image in half like this and right sides together, I suppose I should say, for a better description. Hello. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to glue this, and I think I want to just start with half of it so I can make sure I get it in the middle and really nest it in that center crease. Yep, that's the word. And make sure it's right where I want it, top to bottom, right? So about there looks good. And I'm going to work my fingers from the crease to the outside and get that good and burnished down. You can use your finger, your bone folder, the back of your scissors, an old like hotel card, gift card, anything like that. You just want to make sure this side's good and burnished, okay? So when I open, you're not supposed to stick to it yourself. Anyway, so now what I can do is I'm going to just kind of bend this backwards for right now, get a non-gluey page, and I want a scrap piece of paper to stick here so I don't glue on my base piece, you know. And I'm going to just glue this side down. I was contemplating just sewing it on, but I didn't want the stitching to show on the outside of this. Not that I think it would have really hurt anything, but it just, I didn't want to do it. So I'm not doing it. All right, I'm gonna take that out. Oh, I missed a spot. Missed a spot. Okay, oh yeah, all right. And then we're going to do the same thing. Fold this and work our way from the crease toward the outside. Yep. Okay. Letting that dry. Let that dry. And then on my front, I'm going to glue her on the 3 sides. I still think I want to stitch around her. I'm going to stitch around her, but this is going to be where our poem for today goes. And then as a whole, this is going to then stick in the pocket. So I'll be back. As you can see, Chloe is inspecting my work today. How am I doing, Chloe? Am I doing a good job? Huh? I think she's missing Mom. Okay, so I just got my journal out and I found a place to put this. So don't do what I did. If you're going to glue this piece down, glue it down flat and then fold it. I have threads. I don't know. This cat and threads, I'm telling you. Oh my goodness. Stop. Because it's like doing weird things in the middle. But anyway, okay. But I love it. I love the piece. I like having her in here, or having the little pocket. And this was that tab I made the other day that I was like, why did I go ahead and make that? I knew it wasn't going to work. So anyway, that fits in there just very nicely. And oh, and on her, I really liked her on this background because the poem is talking about, oh gosh, I'm sorry. The poem is talking about shadows. And so I feel like she's really just in the mist, you know, she's hiding. And so I didn't want to like heavily embellish her, partially because she's going in this pocket too. But I love this print. This is one of my favorite pages, I think. So that just pops in there. And not that you can see because someone's head's in the way. But this for right now is just sitting on here. I think I'm going to clip it. I don't have ephemera made for this piece yet. And I want to, I don't want to stuff it full of things just yet. I'm not sure what I want to put in there. Like I have these small bits that I had made, and maybe I'll print those like 2 to a page or 4 to a page so I can get them just a little bit bigger and have options. I mean, obviously we have a long way to go in makes for this journal. So I am going to end this video here. This is going to get ephemera added to it. Like, you know, we could just put a few things in here for now so you can see like how it's going to look when it's done. And I probably will leave some of these Tim Holtz pieces in here. I hope I can get some in the fall, get some more. I really like these a lot. And I need some more, but you can see kind of what it's going to do as it fills up. And I do love these pockets. I don't use them enough. So anyway, that's what it's going to be. I think I'll just leave those in there for right now. And then it'll be also a reminder to me that I need to do something with that. I still have the piece from yesterday I need to finish. I need to find a home for this piece. So we have things still that have to be finished. And as I work on this, things are going to be coming together. I have this base that I didn't do anything with yet. I thought about making it a tuck in one of these pockets. Or not. I don't know yet what I want to do. So we'll see. And I don't normally Sorry about that. I had a cough come out of nowhere. I don't normally embellish my signature covers like this. I'll put something on the inside of them like we did here, but I don't typically put something on the outside of them. Unless I'm just like decorating them or whatever. I guess that's not really a true statement, but I don't normally do something like this that takes pockets or tags. I just decorate them. Okay, so I'm just going to clip this on here for right now, and then it'll be ready for me to come back to. I'm going to go take care of the laundry, take the chipmunk to the train station, which just in our house means rehoming him, not the meaning of it from the TV series. We just like to say it. Anyway, and I will be back and look at day 7. Oh my gosh, day 7 is tomorrow's video. It's not a part of this video. So I'm ending the video here. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for being here. And again, I really appreciate the growth of the channel, the kind, wonderful comments I'm getting, the support, and I just really appreciate it so much. So please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Were you guys like, where are our words today, Jody? I forgot. I am so sorry. I was like, I went downstairs and took care of the laundry. I went to go take the chipmunk to rehome him, and it was so little. I let it go. I'm probably going to get in trouble for that. Mark did not answer my text message. I tried to call him, and I said, oh my gosh, it was so little. I let it go. And I said, if it gets back in the trap, I'll take it. But I had to let it go. It was so cute. I was talking to it and it just kind of like sat still in the cage and looked at me. And I'm like, uh-oh, I'm toast. It looked at me with that sweet little face. But anyway, oh, silly, silly, silly. Okay, today is day 6, so we just need 2 words. So what is this? Is it like? L-I-C-H? And goblin. So like and goblin. Lick, like. That's like, right? Lichen is spelled L-I-C-H-E-N, so I think so. I'm sure you guys will correct me if I'm saying it wrong. Oh, did anybody else's video go to a different language yesterday at the very end of it? I was like listening to it earlier so I could like refresh my mind like what I was saying because I am really tired today. And it was like, went to a different language on one and I was like, what the heck happened? I didn't touch a button. I didn't push a button. So I am going to guess that little Miss Fluffy Bottom jumped up on my computer because she thought she needed her little duck liver crack snack. And I'm wondering if she jumped up on the computer and pushed a button while that was uploading. That's my best guess. So, I mean, she has created files on my computer before by jumping up on it, but never changed a language in one of my videos. So like I said, I'm assuming that's what happened because at this point it was already uploaded and like, I don't even know what happened. So just curious. Okay, bye.